Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Svapatantikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim Yat kripatamaham vande Shri Gurum tena tarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Namo Vishwapadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitanamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavari Pashyata Deshatarine Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Okay. So Hare Krishna, dear devotees, hope you all are doing well. And yesterday was Advaita Acharya's appearance day, an amazing day. I hope you all had a blissful time. Generally, we see that the places where Advaita Acharya's, Murti is there, the form is there. There is a big festivals happen there. Mayapur, there was a very huge festival, Abhishek ceremony and glorification classes. So, we rarely see this Panchatattva deities, even in all over the world. You see in a very few places we have Panchatattva deities. So Mayapur is, of course, the headquarters and very beautiful Panchatattva. So they had a very grand Advaita Saptami yesterday. And this time we also got the opportunity to be in Nottingham with all the Nottingham devotees. We had a very amazing and a very beautiful celebration of Advaita Acharya with a lot of devotees coming together, making offerings and kirtan, beautiful kirtan. And we had a talk and a nice prasadam. So it was very amazing. So we see that the festival begins with Advaita Acharya in the Panchatattva. In the year we see the first appearance day out of all the 5 Panchatattva begins with Advaita Acharya, which was yesterday, the 7th day of Magh month, and the 13th day is the Sri Nityananda Prabhu's appearance day. So it's going to be coming Friday. So very amazing festival. I was just thinking for a change that rather than me talking the whole time, it will be nice to also hear from you, because the topic for today is preparing the heart for Nityananda Trayodasi. So basically, every year Nityananda Trayodasi comes. So what is that we are preparing for this year? So there is a question maybe. So we have seen many Nityananda Trayodasis, many Gaur Purnimas, many Advaita Saptamis, many festivals. But it is always nice. Why this pre-festival or preparation for the festival? Sometimes you see the day before is called Adivas, which is like preparing the consciousness for the festival. Now we have our festival on the Friday, but today is Monday. So, which is even more good, because we have another few days to prepare our heart to see how to make this Nityananda Trayodashi a very unique and a very special and something which is very transforming to our own lives. This festivals are not just celebrations, but they are for for transformation. So that is the main thing. So if we each a festival, if we celebrate in that mood, in that spirit, we see that we are actually making a very quick progress, a very deeper connection, and we see that we are actually in a true spirit progressing, because sometimes progress is measured by externals. Yeah, that also matters, but that doesn't alone actually measures our success. Say for example, could be a book distribution, could be any preaching program, or could be any other service for that matter. Say someone is like cooking and feeding hundreds of devotees, someone is distributing hundreds of books. Yes, all that is very important. In fact, if someone has something internal, that comes out external, but that doesn't alone measures. It's very important to also look deep and see on what platform I have done that. Because this is something, a refinement happens constantly, all throughout our life. Then only we can actually sustain in Krishna consciousness. If someone only measures externally, it may only go for some time. But those devotees who are constantly looking inward and working on themselves can actually make every single festival a very transformative one. So it is very important for now for us to see how this Nityananda Trayodashi can be something where I am actually taking a very deep inner step in my consciousness, internally and externally. I'm making something different. So here we are not going to tell or not going to ask you for a sankalpa. It is all for us to take. But even before going deep into that, it's good to also, I thought, to be more interactive, in the sense you can use chat, for your answers. And then we ourselves together, we will come to a conclusion. What actually we should do? What does actually this preparation mean? So that we will come to a conclusion together, rather than me just talking about it, because this is something which for us to reflect and share and reflect and work on, rather than giving a class. So with that thing, I was just thinking that it was a few questions just for an intro to understand how much we remember. And this is also a time to see what are the different things we can do in this 1 week. Not even 1 week. Monday is already gone. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we have 3 days left, and Friday is Nityananda Trayodashi. So we are going to welcome the Lord into our heart. And how are we going to do it? What are we going to do on these 3 days? And of course on the same day as well. So this is something which we can brainstorm, and we see something which we can actually also, that could be a lot of things, but this is something which I can make it as a Nitai week. How can I be consciousness of Lord Nitai? How can I all the time be in his remembrance, remembering his name, his beautiful form, his wonderful qualities, his beautiful pastimes, and what are the wonderful lessons he has taught for us, to go to become a better servant of Krishna. These are some of the things we can constantly kind of remember Nitai this whole 3 days. How maximum we can remember, even while we are waking up in the morning, we are going to a shower, we are doing so many things externally. Just like, Srila Prabhupada says, there's an example of A woman who has a paramour other than a husband, she does all things very dutifully at home, but her mind is always absorbed in that person. Even in other sense, if you take a mother for example, she may be doing a lot of responsibility, services, whatever, but she's all the time thinking of the child, what the child will be doing. Even the child has gone to school or gone anywhere, all the time remembering the child. So similarly, we see that as a servant, as a spirit soul, servant of Krishna, as in our constitutional position, which normally as a conditioned soul we forget most of the times. But how we can actually remember ourselves as a servant of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, remember him. And we can even see this time how much we are actually remembering Lord Nityananda. So something for today to share. So the next 3 days we remember him so much, right from waking up in the morning till we go to bed. How many times, how much we are able to connect to him. So something for us to meditate today. So before we go into it, if we see Advaita Acharya's appearance also came. And one of the foremost things standing out, which we spoke on the last Monday also, was that Advaita Acharya also in the mood of a servitor throughout his pastimes. Even though by age he was superior to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and by he's Mahavishnu himself, he's not different from Hari, yet he considered himself throughout as a servitor of the Lord. And we see Nityananda Prabhu also holds the same mood throughout the pastime, that he considers himself as a servant of Lord Chaitanya. And that is, whether you take Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavat, Bhakti Ratnakar, any book you take, that's the foremost message standing out as being a servitor and how I can please Lord Chaitanya. Same like Advaita Gosai. And Advaita Gosai and Nityananda Prabhu are the two principal limbs of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. From there are many branches. And both in the mood of servitors or servants of Krishna. And then we see as Lord Balaram, as Nityananda Prabhu, we see he is non-different from Lord Balaram. So Krishna came as Lord Gauranga and Lord Balarama came as Lord Nityananda. And what is the first tattva? He's a Balaram tattva basically. It's non-different from Balaram. The same Balaram came as Nityananda Prabhu. And if you see the Krishna's expansion, the first expansion is Lord Balaram. And Balaram is considered as the Mula Sankarshana, that means the original Sankarshana, the 4 quadruple expansions, as you know. Vasudeva, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Sankarshana. That Sankarshana is the original Sankarshana. And from the original Sankarshana, we later further, it sees that the second quadruple expansion, that Sankarshana is a Maha Sankarshana. So, we see Lord Nityananda Prabhu serves in these 5 features as Maha Sankarshana, Garbhodakashai Vishnu, Karanodakashai Vishnu, that is Mahavishnu, Shirodakashai Vishnu, who is the Paramatma in everyone's heart, and then as Ananta Seshanag. And in these 4 forms which we saw as Maha Sankarshan, Karanodakashai Vishnu, Garbhodakashai, Shirodakashai, they are all, he assists Krishna in the creation of the cosmos, the material creation. In these forms, he is assisting Krishna in his service. And as Sheshanag, he is assisting Krishna personally. And as Ananta Sesh, as the word unlimited, he takes unlimited forms and serves Krishna in unlimited ways. In the 5th chapter of Chaitanya Charitamrita, Kaviraj Goswami mentions about the glories of Nityananda Prabhu. And you see, he explains all this in great detail. And then he says how as a Seshanag, Nityananda Prabhu or Balarama, you see, he assists Krishna as his umbrella, his pillows, his shoes, his clothes, as all the paraphernalias, as a bed, Everything, the land in which Krishna is walking, everything is Lord Balaram or Lord Nityananda Prabhu. So just amazing. You see that how he's constantly in the mood of service. How I can serve Lord Chaitanya. This is the mood of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. So this is one tattva. And the other tattva of Lord Nityananda Prabhu is Guru tattva. He's the Adi Guru, as we all know. And from him, all the gurus we see, the acharyas we see, they're all representatives of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. And as a guru, what a guru does? A guru gives shelter, right? Even to the most abominable, insignificant, unqualified, undeserving people. The spiritual master is so merciful. Similarly, Adi Guru, Lord Nityananda Prabhu is like that. And we see throughout the pastimes of Lord Nityananda, the dacoits, the most wretched people, the sinful people, all these people, they took shelter of Nityananda Prabhu. Like we need the example of Jagai Madai too. Many personalities, they took shelter of Lord. And so he gives shelter. And then he gives guidance. The Guru guides. A disciple means disciplined. So he's disciplined, or he disciplined by the spiritual master. So the Guru's mood is how I can help or guide the soul out of compassion. Here the guidance is not out of ego, that I am the controller, see, I am the teacher, I am guiding you. No, it is purely compassion, because I want to see the soul is going back to Godhead. The soul is connected to Krishna. That's the mood. So even you see that Nityananda Prabhu's correction, all the correction were so wonderful, right? We know that how he corrected Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, right? He gave punishment, but that punishment was a blessing. We all know that in the Panihati Chidadahi festival, the correction was a blessing. Mahaprabhu was not ready to accept, because Mahaprabhu, even though he has come in this world, is no qualification. Yet Mahaprabhu had some like slight expectations, qualifications. But Nityananda Prabhu is the one who reforms him. It doesn't matter you have anything. Mahaprabhu melts the heart of people, but Nityananda Prabhu, even he is a rogue or a hard person, he breaks their heart, he melts their heart. He makes even the hard heart to melt and then connect them to Mahaprabhu. So, and we saw Mahaprabhu could not give, Mahaprabhu did not give mercy immediately to Raghunath Dasa Goswami. But only Nityananda Prabhu's mercy, he got the mercy of Mahaprabhu, right? So, and then we see many pastimes also, wherever there was like Mahaprabhu did not give, it is Nityananda Prabhu's mercy. Again, King Prataparudra Maharaj, Mahaprabhu said, no, I am not going to see a materialist, because I am a sannyasi. I can't see a materialistic person. I cannot associate with a king, But it was Nityananda Prabhu's mercy, and that he said that, is and the help of other Vaishnavas, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and all of them. But mainly because of Nityananda Prabhu, then he got the mercy of Mahaprabhu. So we see constantly how, Nityananda Prabhu's mercy plays a very important role. As a guru, he guides. Like even if you see Shivananda Sena, Shivananda Sena is the one, such an amazing personality, these associates of Mahaprabhu. Every single year he was bringing hundreds of devotees from Bengal to Jagannath Puri. All their prasadam, all their stay, all the tolls which he has to pay at every point, everything he took responsibility. They have to just come and take the association, serve the Mahaprabhu, being in his association, and just go back. He was doing amazing service. But one particular time, Nityananda Prabhu chastised him, in fact in public. But of course, Sivananda Sena is a pure devotee of the Lord. He did not take the offense. Of course, there is a competition of love between the devotees. But here the point is, he corrected him in the public. And it was mentioned that there was a slight pride he saw, and then he thought it should be corrected. So this correction is not that, I'm going to humiliate before everyone. But that correction was out of compassion. Because the mercy gets blocked when someone becomes proud. So for the mercy to flow smoothly, he unblocked that pride by correcting. That's what Nityananda Prabhu did. Shivananda Sena, that he chastised him. And how Shivananda Sena, the associates were so pure. They didn't say that, how can you do this for me, Generally in the material world, this is a tendency we have got. We get immediately hurt. If someone corrects, it's difficult to accept. Totally difficult to accept. Because the mind is always thinking, I am correct. How can someone correct me? So that we cannot tolerate. Because of the strong conditioning, it is very difficult to tolerate. Even we may say externally, yeah, but internally we cannot accept that. But we see the pure devotees associates. But we may say, yeah, I am not a pure devotee. Yes, that is true. We are not pure devotees, but we are aspiring to become a pure devotee. So it should be in the back of the mind or in the front of the mind that we are working towards that process. We are working towards the process. We can't keep on saying I am a conditioned soul, so I am going to be like this. So we have to constantly remind ourselves that I am a conditioned soul, but I have this aspiration. I have this goal. That means I need to change. I need to change. At least I need to make an effort to change. Change is not possible immediately. It is possible by the mercy. But Krishna sees the effort. Oh, this guy is making an effort, even though it's not possible for him or her. But still is making an effort to correct himself. Then Krishna feels very happy and he gives a mercy, and then we see that we are able to take the correction in the right spirit. So here we see that Shivananda Sena, Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu said, your sons will be dead. What a curse he gave for them. The mother could not tolerate hearing the curse. What is Nityananda Prabhu talking about? So when Shivananda Sena came little late, and everyone is waiting, all the devotees are waiting for prasadam. And he came late, not because he was spending some time in sense gratification. He got delayed because he has to pay all the tolls and everything, and then he came back. But Nityananda Prabhu said, cursing the sons, and the wife started crying, and then they all went and told Shivananda. Shivananda said, oh, if I have displeased Nityananda Prabhu, whatever he wants, let it happen. Nityananda Prabhu became so pleased with the mood of Shivananda Sena. And then, so all this Chaitanya Charitamrita is such an amazing book, amazing pastimes, about Lord Gauranga and Nityananda's associates are filled with ecstatic, loving exchanges. And then when we read, we understand, wow, how much conditioning we have as a conditioned soul. When the day will come, all these conditionings will remove from our heart, and then we can also taste a drop of those loving exchange, develop that sort, a drop of that love, with the Lord, with the spiritual teachers, and with the Vaishnavas. So that's why it's so amazing to constantly hear, read, so that the heart feels when that refinement will happen. And when we constantly hankering for that refinement, that transformation, then we see that that aspiration and that hankering will help us to transform. That is why hearing and reading is more important, because when we constantly hear, only that feeling will awaken in the heart. If the feeling doesn't awaken in the heart, then how does it actually manifest? When it has not even awakened, that is a question of manifesting in our real life. That's why hearing is given a very greater importance, hearing and reading about these personalities. So, so this is the Guru Tattva. So guidance, correction out of compassion, giving shelter, and then lot of mercy. This is what Nityananda Prabhu did. If you see throughout the pastimes, so much. In fact, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami mentions that I am today able to write this great literature, Chaitanya Charitamrita, if you go deep into it, who is the root cause? It's Nityananda Prabhu. Because, and he narrates this pastime, he says that there was at one time, Meenaketana Ramadas, one of the very famous associate of Nityananda Prabhu, Mahaprabhu, he came to his house, and Meenaketana Ramadas has got a stick in his hand. He is a great liberated associate of Mahaprabhu. So when he came, there was one pujari. He was actually not giving respect. He was doing something. He did not give proper respect. So he said, Meenaketana Ramadas said, there is another Romaharshana here. Just like when Lord Baladeva was sitting, Romaharshana, he did not offer obeisances. And then Baladeva, what Balaram did? He liberated him by the kusa grass. And then his son Suta Goswami sat on the Vyasasana and then delivered the Bhagavatam. So similarly, this person was not giving proper respect. Then also what happened was his brother, the brother of Ram Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he loves Mahaprabhu, but he did not like Nityananda Prabhu. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami was very upset, and he said that you cannot be like that. This is like, I accept half of the hen, and half the portion of the hen I won't accept. And there are two personalities, but they are Dui Jana, two people, but they are one soul. So they are not different in one sense. So how can you accept Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and reject Nityananda Prabhu? So he was chastising. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami was chastising his brother. And that night in the dream, Nityananda Prabhu came and he said that now you have to go to Vrindavan. You go to Vrindavan and there everything I have arranged for you. So he took that instruction immediately, and then he says that because I chastised my brother for, which is a good lesson I taught him, Nityananda Prabhu became pleased and he came in my dream, and then I went to Vrindavan. And Vrindavan he met Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, then Raghunatha Dasa Goswami he met. And Raghunatha Dasa Goswami is the one who shared all the pastimes of Mahaprabhu, because in the Antya Leela, the end pastime, Raghunatha Dasa Goswami was there with Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri. So then later he went to Vrindavan and shared all the pastimes with the Goswamis, especially Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami also too heard it, and then that's what he gave us Krishna, Chaitanya Charitamrita. So he was glorifying Lord Nityananda Prabhu. So it should be like that. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami also got so much mercy of Nityananda Prabhu that he gave Chaitanya Charitamrita. Similarly, Vrindavan Das Thakur, his spiritual master is Nityananda Prabhu. And Vrindavan Das Thakur in Chaitanya Bhagavat, he was in so much ecstasy, so much love for Nityananda Prabhu, that he could not cover so many pastimes, because he has written so much about Nityananda Prabhu, if you see in Chaitanya Bhagavat, and more childhood pastimes of Mahaprabhu. He could not cover more. And so in that way, Nityananda Prabhu was, giving so much mercy, for not only for all the associates, but even for those who are, who don't deserve his mercy, like Jagai Madai and so many pastimes we see. So it's a Guru Tattva. So Baladev Tattva, Guru Tattva, and then we see that he is always considered himself in the mood of a servant, because Guru also considers himself as a servant of the servant of the servant of Krishna. So that is the same mood. That is a mood of Nityananda Prabhu throughout the pastime of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he constantly looks for an opportunity to see how Lord Gauranga's name can be broadcasted all over the world. Even in Jagai Madai pastime, we see that the reason he wanted to preach to Jagai Madai, because he thought, if these ruffians, the most degraded people, if they get Krishna Prem, then Lord Gauranga's name would be celebrated all over the world. His compassion will be known all over the world. So that was the mood. As a preacher also, when we go out as an opportunity to do preaching or book distribution, whatever service we do, especially in connected with sharing this Krishna consciousness to others, the mood is, by we doing this, let Prabhupada's glories be spread all over the world. Let Krishna's glories be spread all over the Mahaprabhu's glories be spread. That should be the actual mood. That was the mood. Nityananda Prabhu did not say, okay, everyone will, I am showing my mercy that they are transforming. He literally explains that by doing this, Mahaprabhu's glory will be broadcasted. So everything what we are trying to do now could be Bhakti Vriksha, could be book distribution, whatever. So Prabhupada's glories can be, spread all over the world. When we give Bhagavad Gita, Krishna's words, Mahaprabhu wanted this message to be spread all over the world. So that should be the goal. So it is not for an individual's credit that, we did this many books, we did this, we did that. But we are doing this for that purpose. And that should be the goal, and that should be the drive, that should be the inspiration. That should be the meditation. So these are some of the things when we read the pastimes, we understand, how actually they talked, they walked, what they did, gives us a lot of lessons. So now it's time for us to reflect. So what can we do? We can keep on talking on so many pastimes. There are unlimited pastimes of Nityananda Prabhu and his wonderful, wonderful qualities, so many qualities. But I thought it would be nice to, you can hear from Srila Prabhupada. There are so many lectures by so many senior Vaishnavas also. But I was just thinking something practical to work on today. What are the different things we can actually do in this week, preparing our mood? So to hear from you all would be nice, and then we can kind of conclude what we can actually do. So if everyone can share, you can use your chat box and then share what can we do to make this Nityananda Trayodasi a truly connecting one for our own self, and connecting one for the community as well. So if you have any thoughts or anything, you can even unmute and say, or you want to use the chat box. It will be nice to have at least a 15-20 minutes of discussion, and then we will conclude with a few points. I have something to share as well. So will that be okay? So what are the things we can do for the next few days for this festival? How do we prepare our heart? Many things we can do, right? So what do you think we all can do? Please, okay, yeah. Yes, it'll be by reading more about it. Yes, exactly. We read more about it. So from where we can read? Huh? From where we can read all this? Reading more. Yes, we really appreciate that point. Yes, we can read more. This next 3 days, we have more to read from Chaitanya Charitamrita, especially because there are many biographies of Lord Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, like Chaitanya Mangal, Chaitanya Bhagavat. There is Nityananda Charitamrita, just like Chaitanya Charitamrita, Sri Nityananda Charitamrita. So many books are there. So one of the books, foremost books would recommend is that, and Srila Prabhupada also recommended, is Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter 5. Chapter 5 is fully glories of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. So we can read that. And that would be a very wonderful. It takes sometimes, so there are more than 100, 120, 140. I think.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Which is which Leela Mataji? Adi Leela or Madhya Leela?
Adi Leela chapter 5. Yes. Okay. Adi Leela chapter 5. More than 100 verses are there. So definitely 3 days. We need more than 3 days. So at least 3 days we can try to cover as much. Most of the verses don't have the the purports, but there are few which has a long purports and very nicely explained. Srila Prabhupada is very clearly explained the tattva of Sri Nityananda Prabhu in the beginning, and then how he always we say Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead and Lord Balarama is Sarvaitar Godhead. Supreme Godhead is Krishna, Balarama is Sarvaitar Godhead, and the same Balarama is Nityananda Prabhu. Yeah, so please refer to Adi Lila chapter 5, Chaitanya Charitamrita is a nectar. So much is there and very beautiful explanations, the mood of Nityananda Prabhu and Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami's beautiful words. So this is one reading we can do from tomorrow onwards. That will be nice. For this Nityananda Trayodashi, we are trying to invite many new people whom we met in Damodar and Marathon Month for the Abhishekam to inspire them to connect in a long run. Beautiful. What would be more pleasing to him? Because as we know, what did Nityananda Prabhu? Thank you, Pranapriya Mataji. This is another wonderful thing which is pleasing to him. One, let us read, so that by reading more, we can all the time remember Nityananda Prabhu. And then inviting people, because this is a very great opportunity which I want to share with all the devotees also. This Friday, most of your Bhakti Vrikshas are happening on a Friday. So what could be a great fortune? So this Friday, your homes can, yes, Kanchan Mataji, your homes can be transformed. Your homes can be transformed to an Ekachakra. Ekachakra is the birthplace of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Or, it can be Navadvip, where a lot of pastimes of Nityananda Prabhu happened with Mahaprabhu. Fully there only happened. So it will be very nice. You transform your home. You have 3 days. You can plan a beautiful festival. In each of the Bhakti Vrikshas can become changed into a beautiful celebration. Each devotee is planning. Everyone can write a glory and decorate the whole house. And then you can, if you have the deity, you can offer Pushpanjali. Everyone can offer Pushpanjali. Yes, Kirtan, glorifying. There are so many more Vaishnava songs on Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Can you tell me what are the different songs? Yes, serve the Vaishnavas nicely, make them happy. Beautiful. Yeah, so all the Vaishnavas can be invited. All the new people can be invited. Sponsor or help prepare prasadam. Yes, so this is a great celebration. In one place, everything. Nitai, Pada Kamala, very nice. Nadia Godrume, this is another beautiful song we can refer to. What are the other songs about Nityananda Prabhu? Nitai Pada Kamala is about Lord Nityananda Prabhu's lotus feet. Srila Prabhupada beautifully mentions, especially in summer in India, we all know, when we go April, May in India, it's like our head is like burning with fire, right? So then just imagine the night time, when the moonshine comes, we feel so soothing. After a day full hot sun, when moon comes, it's so soothing, isn't it? If one moon can give such a soothing effect, Lord Nityananda Prabhu's lotus feet is millions and millions of moons of soothing effect it gives. Just like the hot scorching sun, we are in this material existence which is like a blazing fire, scorching existence at this moment we are experiencing. But when we take shelter of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, we can experience that cooling effect. So this is a beautiful song. Dhanamora Nityananda, beautiful song. Yes. Then Antad Nitai, Bahir Nitai, yeah, beautiful. Koda Nitai is a beautiful song. Parama Karuna Pahudoi Jana, beautiful, yes. Then what else? Any other song you could think of?
Doyalita Chaitanya Bole.
Yeah, that's a famous and sweet song, isn't it? Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole, Nachre Amar Man, Nachre Amar Man, Nachre Amar Man. That's a beautiful song. Then there is a song about Nityananda Prabhu's qualities, Nitai Gunamani Amar. That's a very beautiful song. And Lord Nityananda never gets angry. Even as Balarama, he got transcendental anger, but Lord Nityananda Prabhu, fully merciful. Akroda Paramananda Nityananda Ram. That's a very beautiful song. So all these Vaishnava bhajans also we can try to sing tomorrow, day after tomorrow, next 3 days we can plan. And Friday can be a great celebration. In how many celebrations we can do? I think there are more than 10, 15, 20 Bhakti Vrikshas, outreach programs. If each of the home transforms to a celebration, just imagine how many souls are getting benefited. What a way to glorify Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Amazing it's going to be. So please plan for a big festival. Big festival in the sense not just externals. Everyone is getting seva. Because the mood is servant. When we take a role of a servant, Lord Nityananda Prabhu becomes very pleased. When we do Harinam Sankirtan, he becomes very pleased. Then when we actually share about the glories of Mahaprabhu, glories about the Lord, then he becomes very pleased. And then we serve prasadam and take care of the devotees, which is what Shivananda Sena was trying to do. Feed the devotees, serve the devotees, help them to become close to Krishna consciousness. It becomes very pleasing. So in one celebration, we can arrange everything. So 3 days are there for organizing, and everyone is taking a role to do something, some seva, and we also can see Chaitanya Charitamrita distribution, if possible, in any of these places, at least a pledging, if devotees, because everyone should have a set of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Srila Prabhupada wanted all, every home should have Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita. So at least we can get the pledging and booking, and then they can get this books later, because now it's a bigger edition is coming, and this is an opportunity we can get, and glorification of Nityananda Prabhu. Mahaprabhu became very pleased. Yes, yeah, I can see here, next few days, meditate on his mercy by reflecting how Lord Nityananda delivers the most fallen, Jagai Madai, by being humble and gratitude towards others, grateful towards others, perform acts of forgiveness, humility and compassion, core of Lord Nityananda, attend Abhishek, offer prayers. Yes, together as a team we can offer prayers, right? And then also, the point, yes, even, different devotees, that could be one speaker talking, or it could be, if you have some of the devotees, each one can share a pastime for 10 minutes. If you have 10 devotees, 5 devotees, at least whoever likes to do it, they all can share one pastime of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. You can do like that also. Whatever you think is the best way. But the point is, more people should be engaged. More people is engaged in glorification. Just like even when we have birthdays of any devotees, what would we do? We ask everyone to share about that person, correct? Yeah, if someone's birthday is there, everyone say a few words about the devotee. And just imagine Nityananda Prabhu's appearance day. So everyone should be sharing at least a few words. That would be very nice. And of course, the leader can conclude in whatever way. But it will be very nice. Everyone is glorifying, where everyone is involved in kirtan, then, chanting the holy name, then offering a prayers, offering a nice boga for the Lord, and pushpanjali, prasadam. Is there anything we missed? Prayers, offering of prayers, and then we pray as together, because Lord Nityananda Prabhu is very, very important personality in the sense of Namahata. He is the proprietor of the Namahata. And what is Namahata means? Nama is holy name and Hata is a market. He is the one who established the market of holy name. And Bhakti Vriksha is nothing but Namahata. In the urban area, Bhakti Vriksha is called. In a city, Namahata is in villages those days they do. But then now that's in in the cities we do, it is called as Bhakti Vriksha. So it is the same. Spirit is the spirit of service is the same. And Lord Nityananda Prabhu is a proprietor. That's what the song all about. What is that song? The beautiful song where he says, what is that song?
Nodia Godrume
Yes,
Nityananda
Nadia.
Mahajan.
No, the other one. Yeah, that is also establishing Namahata. What is the other one?
Nitai
Yeah,
Mataji.
what is the beginning? What's the beginning?
Surabhi kunje
So,
mahata
yeah, exactly. Surabhi Kunja. Surabhi Kunja is the place where he opened the Namahata. So he says that what is the price he's looking for. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur sings the song and he says that, I am happy to take you all to, the proprietor. And he only asked for one price, that is the faith. So very beautiful song. So this Bhakti Vriksha is, he's a proprietor. So how wonderful, celebrating his appearance day with everyone together. It's going to be amazing. So that means more number of people, just like Bhaktivinoda Thakur, how lovingly is he did not think, okay, I can just go and I can buy the product. Right? I can go and get the Nam. But he became a broker and he said, I'm calling out, everyone come, let's go to the Nityananda. He's selling this Nama, this holy name, in the Namahata. He's giving freely to everybody. Just asking for one simple. Boro Sukir Kaburgai. Yes, thank you. So he's calling everybody. That should be all our acharyas. They never went alone. They always wanted to take everyone together. This is a spirit we need to have. You see in Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, Goda Devi, Andal, in Tamil we call her as Andal. The 30 days of the Pasuram, which is sung, in the temple, if you see every single day, she goes and knocks the door of everybody and she calls everyone, come. It's getting late, let's go. Go and see the Lord. So she calling everybody and taking them. She did not just go and then take darshan, or she did not go and serve. She wanted everyone to come together and she waits, come on, what you are doing, come out. That is the spirit of all our acharyas. It doesn't matter which sampradaya we belong to, all the bona fide sampradayas. The mood is not me, I, me, mine. Even in spiritual, circles, it is deeply rooted, this mood. But that mood we need to negate and then take this mood of, let's take everybody. That was very beautiful. When I saw the message of Pranapriya Mataji first, I was very happy. Yes, we need to call everyone. We don't want anyone to miss the mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. In fact, for us, the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we have so many festivals coming up. Like we have Gaur Purnima, we have Nashinga Chaturdasi, Rama Navami, we have Krishna Janmashtami. But I tell you the truth, the most important for all of us is Lord Nityananda Prabhu's appearance day. Nityananda Trayodashi is the most important. Why? Because without his mercy, without Nitai's mercy, we cannot get Gaura's mercy. And without Lord Gauranga's mercy, we cannot get Radha Krishna's mercy. So what is the understanding here? Okay, Janmashtami is coming, Radhashtami coming, everything is coming. But where is the mercy coming? Beginning. Nityananda Prabhu's mercy. And how gorgeously and how elaborately and how with the sincerity we should celebrate this festival. Sometimes we give this festival the least one. Okay, yeah, Gaur Purnima is coming and next one is coming. But we fail to understand it is Nityananda Prabhu's mercy only we are getting everybody's mercy. So that means this is a festival. We should be doing it more gorgeously, more grandly, more elaborately, more begging for mercy, because he's the one who gets more pleased in this whole list. And when he sanctions, everybody sanctions. Mahaprabhu is not even going to look at that person if he is not favored by Nityananda Prabhu. But if he is favored by Nityananda Prabhu, Mahaprabhu is not even going to see whether we are qualified or no. Nothing he is going to, because we are favored by Nityananda Prabhu. You see? And all the Guru Parampara, we see, they are all representatives of Nityananda Prabhu. That means all these acharyas, we are singing in the morning, Guru Ashtakam. What is that? Nikunja, Rati Keli Siddhai, Yayali Bir Yukti. These are all very esoteric. They are all eternal associates of Srimati Radharani. All the acharyas. That means the Guru Parampara, it is mentioned that they are the associates of Srimati Radharani. So we need their mercy first. if we want Radharani's mercy. We want Nityananda Prabhu's mercy to get Lord Gauranga's mercy. In that way we get Radha Krishna's mercy. So, very, very important. And in the song of Nitai Pada Kamala, Narottama Das Thakur is very strongly, he's telling. He says that one who has not established relationship with Lord Nityananda, he is considered like an animal. He gets very upset there. He says that, you see, I just read this alone. The lotus feet of Sri Nityananda are eternally true, and the followers or servants of those lotus feet of Sri Nityananda are also eternal. Okay, not before the here. Yeah. See, the lotus feet of Sri Nityananda are as cooling as millions of moons. The entire universe attains peace by the shade of those lotus feet. If you want true peace, everyone is looking for peace in this world, right? All of us. But the true peace comes when we take shelter of the lotus feet of Nityananda Prabhu. Without the mercy of Sri Nityananda, nobody can attain Radha and Krishna, the aim of human life. Therefore, catch hold of the lotus feet of Sri Nityananda Prabhu very tightly. One who has not established a relationship with Sri Nityananda is a two-legged animal. Strongly he says. A great beast. His whole life is spoiled. He cannot be called a human being. He never utters the name of Sri Nityananda. He is forever immersed in enjoying material happiness and has forgotten Sri Nitai. He may have acquired great material scholarship and learning, but what is the value of such an education? This will never help him. So they are so puffed up with their mundane education and scholarship, they are never humble at all. They have forgotten the lotus feet of Sri Nitai because of their false ego and pride. They are completely under the clutches of Maya. They accept the untruth as truth. If Sri Nityananda showers his mercy upon someone, he will attain Shri Radha Krishna in Vrajabhumi. So catch hold of the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda very tightly. The lotus feet of Sri Nityananda are eternally true, and the followers or servants of those lotus feet of Sri Nityananda are also eternal. Always aspire for the lotus feet of Sri Nityananda. Srila Narottama Dasa Thakura says, I am a very distressed and unhappy person. Drowning in this dreadful ocean of material existence. O Sri Nityananda Prabhu, please make me very happy. Please keep me at your lotus feet. So, without Nityananda Prabhu's mercy, nothing is possible. So, our celebration should be, we should be focusing more on celebrating Sri Nityananda Trayodashi in a very heartfelt way. In a way where not only we getting more deeper inside, but also bringing so many people to get the mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. So that is the spirit for the next 3 days for us to, we can hear lectures. Srila Prabhupada has given many lectures on Nityananda Trayodashi. It's very nice to hear Srila Prabhupada's words. And then people who are already initiated, our spiritual masters have given, lectures on Sri Nityananda Trayodashi. We can hear many Maharajas, Sannyasis, many senior Vaishnavas. They have given the talks on Sri Nityananda Prabhu's glories. So next 3 days we can hear them. And then we understand that Nityananda Prabhu's mood is very straightforward, simple. And he doesn't like the unnecessary pride sitting on the head. And then he likes us to be humble. So many, how we need to, serve. So these are all something we can constantly reflect and see how we can be conscious of those qualities, and we beg for the mercy for those qualities. How we can serve, together with all the devotees in a very nice, wonderful mood, pleasing mood, which will make Nityananda Prabhu happy. And then, so all internal alignment is very important. And externally, we also do a service with that inner alignment. Then that becomes a complete. Without an inner alignment, doing just a festival alone doesn't give us a very great, deeper satisfaction, not that complete, mercy. At the same time, when someone is internally aligned, naturally they cannot sit quiet. That, we need to do something for our own benefit to go deeper, and then also connect many people with that. So this time being Friday, being the day where most of the devotees do programs, it will be very nice. We can host a program in each of those places. There are 12 names of Lord Nityananda Prabhu by Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. There is Nityananda Ashtakam, so we can offer some of the prayers, some nice kirtans, holy name with some Vaishnava bhajan, Pushpanjali, nice offering, prasadam. So every aspects, and together as a Bhakti Vriksha, it's also a sankalpa to take. Each one can take some sankalpa on Nityananda Trayodasi. It should be like two kinds of sankalpa. One is an internal one, which we want to work towards. One, it could be a quality, it could be a behavior, it could be a practice, which is more internal, which we want to work, which we are praying for. And similarly, externally, something what we want to. I remember last year, Nityananda Trayodasi, I was not here. I was in my hometown, Coimbatore, and they did an amazing celebration. And His Holiness Bhaktivinoda Swami Maharaj gave a mesmerizing class. And then after that, what they did was they had a card, a Sankalpa card. And it's a very interesting Sankalpa. In that, other things like chanting and all. They asked the Sankalpa was, which we can all take. It's not for one day. The Sankalpa says, how many devotees you will make this year? That is a Sankalpa question. How many devotees would you like to make this year? Or how many persons would you like to connect to Krishna consciousness? It's a count. We normally see in books, but here it is like how many people you want. So for this will be perfectly good for people in who are doing Bhakti Vriksha, because if this meditation is there this whole year, how many people I'm going to connect? If everyone takes a vow, just imagine in a Bhakti Vriksha you have 10 people sitting there. If 10 people, just imagine, if 10 people is bringing one person in 1 year, 1 year, one person, it becomes 20. If each person is thinking, I'll bring 2 devotees or 2 people, to connect to this beautiful process, then just imagine if the 2 becomes, 10 becomes 20. If you are becoming, it is becoming double. So this way we can actually, praying for the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, and also we are having that prayer and mood and the blessings, we will be able to do it. I had a Sankalpa, which I cannot say out, but I had a Sankalpa which I also wrote and gave, and the Lord fulfilled it. Because in basically how many souls, in my case I was just thinking how many souls I'm connecting them to Krishna, in the sense like either as a book, for me more of books, and so I had a count. So like this we can all have a count, a Sankalpa for the whole year, how we are going to, as a team, our Bhakti Vriksha, what is our prayer? Together when we pray, the mercy comes. If we are individuals, we have not connected, then of course individually we see what prayer, or we can help some other devotees, even assisting someone doing it. That will please Mahaprabhu, so Nityananda Prabhu so much. Nityananda Prabhu is more about how truly we are in the service spirit. That matters a lot. It is not about who is in the spotlight. That's not important. What is important is who is having that service spirit and doing it. Doesn't matter he is behind the scene, front of the screen, whichever screen he is, that person gets a mercy. Very simple. And if Sivananda Sena's slight pride, Nityananda Prabhu chastises what he speak about, in a conditioned state. So that means what he is looking for is the genuine spirit. So we are aspiring for the genuine spirit, and we want to do it. We are not bothered. Sometimes, we think only if a service comes to my hand, then I will do it. No, we don't have to, because that is also an attachment. Okay, if I am in that role, I am in that responsibility, I am in that position, I will do. That means I have an attachment to that place. That's why I am doing it. But I am not in that position. I am not in that, responsibility. I am not there, but still I am doing it. That shows that person's genuine mood of service, because he's not bothered whether he's in a position, he's not bothered whether he has been given that responsibility, but he truly wants to serve, and that pleases Nityananda Prabhu amazingly. So this is beautiful festival where we pray that let us serve with that spirit, that this position's power, this and that should not deviate us or disturb us, from rendering service. These are all we should use in the service. Oh, I got an opportunity. This is an opportunity. I can engage more people, or I can go deeper in my own practice and connection with Krishna. We should use those positions and power and whatever comes on our way as only an opportunity the Lord has given to render service, but not as something, to get distracted, or that gets on the head and then it affects our service. So we have to be very careful and cautious, and we pray to Nityananda Prabhu that we use it in the service, we engage in the service. So this is another thing we all can pray is how many devotees, how many people we are connecting to Krishna consciousness this year. Not one day, this year. And next, at the end of the year or next day Nityananda Trayodashi, we can reflect back, how by mercy of Lord Nityananda we are able to fulfill it. And I was deeply grateful because I never thought like that in the sense whole year. And when I went, I was really missing all the devotees here in the festival here last year, and I was very upset. But when I went to the temple, and when I heard the class, being in the association of devotees, very uplifting. And this one was like mind blowing. Then I thought, yeah, there is something to work on. And that gave a very nice goal and a very nice inspiration. So this Nityananda Trayodashi in all the Bhakti Vrikshas, together as a Bhakti Vriksha, you can have a prayer, how many devotees we are going to, how many people can come in this family, Krishna conscious family. Each one can take a together sankalpa, individual sankalpa. It will be amazing, and you see it gets fulfilled. So that is one thing we can do, and not only into that, but also all our different qualities which we are all struggling with, our anarthas. Nityananda Prabhu is very merciful. He will help us to remove all those anarthas. At least we can focus on one thing which is very disturbing us in our spiritual life. One anartha. Of course, as a conditioned soul, we are so many anarthas are there. But at least one thing we can figure it out and then work on. For this Nityananda Trayodashi, which we can pray for and be conscious about it and do things. So in that way, this Nityananda Trayodashi can be a more uplifting one, more deepening and more connecting, and it is very very, very inspiring. So I'll stop here. If you have any comments or questions, or you have anything you think can add on, maybe for another few minutes before we close. So yeah, thank you all for your points which you have contributed. Anything else you like to share? Prabhu, you have anything to add or share?
Thank you so much, Mataji, for such a wonderful class, and it was very inspiring. I was like, I'll really hear it again. Mataji, like we are I'm like doing fasting a day before, right? So if you can help with that, if some devotee is not aware or something like that. So Thursday we are doing fasting, right? For Nityananda Trayodashi and
That's a
Varadwajashi.
nice point, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Because this time we are, this Thursday is Ekadasi, and also it's Varahadwadasi, right? The next day comes. So what this time how it because it has come like that, the tithis are little overlapping. So on the Ekadasi day, which is a Thursday, half a day is full fast, which is we are fasting for both. For Varahadev, and also we are doing for Lord Nityananda Prabhu, isn't it? Ranjani, my Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. So because there is some overlap of certain things coming, so it's a slight change. Generally, we do fasting on the same day. But in the calendar it is mentioned we are doing fasting for both the festival. Am I correct?
Yes, Mataji. Yeah, day before. Yeah,
Yeah.
Thursday.
Thursday we are doing for both, because generally if you see the Dwadasi Tithi we should not fast. Generally Dwadasi is not meant for fasting, it is meant for feasting, and we have to break the fast. So that is the reason. Yeah, sorry, Prabhu.
Sorry, Mataji. I was not. Maybe some other devotee.
Okay, so because Ekadasi does come, because previous day become Ekadasi, and since so Dwadasi we cannot fast again. So that is the reason the before day itself both the fasting is done, and then the next day is just feasting. Yeah, thank you for bringing that point. It's slightly different. Yes.
Thank you
Okay.
so much, Mataji.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, very nicely someone has put, who is that? Oh, Prabhu only. Okay. It's a Mahadwadasi, also full fasting till noon for Lord Nityananda Prabhu and Varahadev. Okay, Prabhu. Brilliant. Okay. So we will just show darshan and then conclude. Is that okay, Prabhu?
Yes, yes, Mataji. I think one devotee, the Dhavani Prabhu has mentioned. Thank you so much. I genuinely gained a lot of valuable insight from this meaningful session on Sri Nityanand Trayodashi.
Thank you,
So,
Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, devotees.
Hare Krishna.
Can
Hare
you
Krishna
sing with us?
Mataji.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can sing.
Yeah, Jai. Shri Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra Maharani, Sadarshan Chakra ki Jai, Shri Shri Gaur
Jai,
Nitai ki Jai,
Jai,
Pancha Tattva ki Jai,
Jai,
Srila Prabhupada ki Jai,
Jai.
Gaur Premanande, Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Bol.
Bol.
Thank you so much for all joining today, and then advance Nityananda Trayodasi, Happy Nityananda Trayodasi and Varahadwadasi. And we will try our best, whatever we discussed for the next 3 days, to have a more wonderful, amazing Nityananda Trayodasi for this year. Experience Lord Nitai ki jai. Okay, thank you so much, devotees. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah,
Hare Krishna,
Hari Bol.
Mataji.
Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna, thank you
Bol.
so much. Hari Bol.
Jai
Hare
Jagannath.
Krishna,
Hare
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you.
So much, Mataji.